I never thought that we would see the day where Diddy would get arrested, and I told you guys in that Maria Z interview in 2021 that no one tells on Diddy. P. Diddy. We're not talking about the victims that are still going through the shit right now with other people who are running to cover their ass and deleting their social medias. Pink, Megan Fox, Tyra Banks, Steve Harvey. Why you running?
One leaked story, and Allie Carter's blowing it all up. She reveals who got infected at Diddy's wild orgies, and she's got the list. From celeb names to kid horror, we're unpacking her shocking claims, the threats she's facing, and the industry mess that's got everyone hiding. This gets darker than you think, with feds, freak-offs, and a fight for her life. When one woman threatens to send shockwaves through the halls of the American entertainment elite, everyone pays attention. That woman is Allie Carter. Emerging from protective hiding, nearly losing her life in the process, Allie is now exposing the alleged secret underworld of Diddy's infamous freak-off parties. She's dropping names, sharing vivid accounts, and revealing a list of celebrities who, according to her, found themselves forever changed, physically and emotionally, by what went down behind closed doors. This is not a story for the faint of heart. Tonight we dive beyond the headlines and into a world that many would rather keep buried. It's raw, disturbing, and full of intricacies the media can't, or won't, show you. She says Diddy's goons almost took her out after she started spilling on those freak-off parties. Now she's naming names of celebs who allegedly caught infections while getting down at these wild king nights. Allie claims she was kidnapped by Diddy at just 15, thrown into this nightmare where kids were shipped in and put on display for grown folks to touch. She saw it all firsthand. The abuse, the recordings, the twisted games. And baby, she says she was a victim too, forced into acts with these big names who thought they were untouchable. The pressure's real. She's been re-victimized, stalked, and hunted for speaking out. But Allie's fighting, even if it means risking everything. Those freak-offs weren't just parties.
Everybody that is ready to free Diddy and be on the side of pedophiles, they keep calling Sean Combs' children, his twin daughter and his other daughter, you with me still? Yes? Okay. They keep calling them kids. The twins and the daughter is kids. They don't need to be in the case because they're kids. Cassie Ventura was not called a child. Everybody tore that woman apart because they saw a pregnant grown woman sitting on that trial telling her story that everybody covered up as she was 19 years old. People are addressing Sean Combs' kids as kids, but they won't address Cassie as a kid when this happened to her. Do you understand what I'm saying? I was 15 years old when I had dealings with Sean Combs. She was 19. You get me? Okay? We're not talking about the other children that were on this case. Now, as you guys are saying, I told you, the justice system is rigged. I don't know how many ways people need to say that, see it for themselves, research it, dig on it, and not understand that the justice system is rigged. And we've been saying that since the beginning. We went through court cases. We went through private investigators. This is how we have the insurance and the documents and the things and the receipts that we have, because we have been through this so many times before, where the victim is the one who gets the most hell and the predators walk. The amount of people that you've seen, I want you to stop and think about how many people were enabling this case and how many times I have said the red and the blue side are guilty. If you are distracted right now by something as what an adult did, or you're fighting for an adult, then you weren't in the fight for the kids in the first place. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? If you're distracted by something petty, by a comment that was made, by something that somebody was wearing, by something somebody didn't like, by something somebody said because of your feelings, you're not understanding.
They were full-on horror shows, according to Allie. She calls them satanic ritual orgies, where Diddy and his crew allegedly brought in kids for the elite to abuse while they watched and recorded. Animals involved? Yeah, she went there, saying grown men forced acts on minors with beasts in the mix. It's sick, and Allie says it happened right under the noses of celebs who joined in or looked the other way. The feds knew since the early 2000s, she claims, but let it slide until Cassie blew the lid off. Now, with Diddy's trial, Allie was set to testify, but they yanked her off the list last minute. She says the whole thing's rigged to embarrass him, not get Jess Tice, sweeping the kid stuff under the rug while focusing on adult freak-offs. The list Allie's dropping? It's loaded with names who allegedly walked away infected from these sessions. Starting with Meek Mill and Briar Gray, Jaguar wright spilled first, saying Diddy and Will Smith forced them into freak-offs. Ali backs it, claiming she saw Meek screaming and running after a session with Will and Jada touching privates. That leaked audio of Meek and Diddy sounds like intimate moans, and Meek called it fake, but Ali says it's real proof. Then The Game admitted Diddy flew him around for 2 years, partying in Atlanta, buying gifts, but no studio time. Ali hints it was all for cheek-clapping favors, tying into Cat Williams' shade on Diddy's deviance. YK Osiris gets Cal let out too. His Jamaica trip with Diddy turned into boy toy rumors, and Ali says he caught something from the poolside mess. Usher's old story resurfaces. Lived with Diddy at 14, saw curious stuff, got sued for herpes in 2017. Ali claims Diddy passed it to him during bed-sharing nights, backed by leaked Kim Porter book emails alleging STD exchanges. Megan Fox? According to Social Chatter and Ali's accusations, she abruptly deleted much of her social footprint after attending certain parties. Tyra Banks allegedly declined further invitations and scrubbed her socials too. Pink reportedly ran after rumors swirled that she'd suffered health consequences. Allegations against Steve Harvey have more recently surfaced, with Ali and others suggesting he kept quiet about what he saw to protect his own interests and his reputation. What sets Ali's revelations apart are the names. She claims to have witnessed some of the biggest figures in entertainment at these gatherings, and she's not shy about sharing. Her list includes musicians, actors, models, and even prominent talk show hosts. The names getting the most attention? Meek Mill, The Game, Megan Fox, Tyra Banks, Pink, Steve Harvey, Bryce Gray, Usher, and YK Osiris. According to Ali, all were present at various points for Diddy's so-called Wild King Nights. And the common thread: many reportedly contracted sexually transmitted diseases as a direct result of what happened at those events. Ali's paying the price for spilling. Her house got ransacked by armed goons while she was out. Neighbors saw it all. She's in witness protection now, but says it's not enough. The system's rigged. The DOJ had Cassie footage for years, but hid it, she claims. Hotel managers, security, maids, all paid off to clean up blood, glass, and lube after sessions. Ali was heartbroken when Diddy skated on some charges. Says the trial's a show to humiliate, not expose the full enterprise. She's trying to heal, get clean, but the trauma's deep. PTSD, denial, re-victimization. I'm nobody's puppet anymore, she cries, but fears for her kids and loved ones caught in the crossfire. Ali's accusations go beyond Diddy, implicating a culture of silence. She points to hotel managers, maids, security staff, promoters, and even bystander celebrities as complicit. Anyone who knew and left early, who took hush money, who saw kids at parties and said nothing, they're guilty too. She suggests some maids were paid extra to clean up blood, glass, lube, and worse, while staffers destroyed footage at the expense of their own conscience. She also highlights stories of whistleblowers threatened, fired, or blacklisted from the industry. If you leave the circle, or talk, your career dies. Or worse, the bigger picture? Ali says these weren't freak-offs. They were satanic rituals with kids as party favors. Diddy's pink drug mix, tranquilizers, uppers, boosters, kept things going, infecting everyone. Cassie's story matches. Infection so bad her meds failed, opiates to numb the pain. Jaguar wright echoes, listing 20 undetectable names. Ali adds the elite covered it. Feds, DOJ, even witnesses pulled. Public's waking up. But Ali warns, explosions and fires are covers for more crimes. Online's exploding. Fans say, don't judge Ali's raw delivery, she's traumatized. Others tie it to Kim Porter's death, pneumonia-esque symptom. Skeptics call it lies, but Ali's affidavits and Fed's moves say otherwise. The culture of silence? Guilty bystanders who left early but knew about kids. The big question, will this scandal stick? Or will it fade like so many others? With mounting evidence, growing public anger, and countless survivors rallying around Ali and others, change may finally come. But as legal and cultural experts warn, reform is slow, and power rarely surrenders easily. Ali herself sums it up. I'm fighting not just for what happened to me, but for all the others still trapped. Don't let them erase us again. We deserve to be heard. And those who did this deserve to face the truth. What do you think? Are Ali Carter's claims finally blowing the lid off the entertainment world's darkest secrets? Is this just the beginning of a bigger reckoning? Drop your reactions in the comments below. Give this story a like if you believe survivors deserve to speak. Hit subscribe for more in-depth investigations, deep dives, and updates as the truth keeps unraveling.